Hey guys, welcome to a brand new series of the Universim. You know, it's kind of disappointing. I, I kind of was really hoping that we were going to get the 1,000 meals prepared last season, but it doesn't look like that can happen now with this update. But that doesn't mean we don't have an exciting update right now. This update I'm super excited to play. As you guys can see, this water is looking awesome. So they changed the shaders for the water. And I don't know if you guys know this, but in games, most of the times, water effects or oceans and stuff like that, all that's really applied there is a shader. So, you know, all of this is basically just a shader, and that is essentially how you get the effects of an ocean. And so they changed the shaders, and now they look amazing. Like, this looks a lot like looking down in a pool and just seeing all of the water and the light effects on the bottom of the pool. It looks amazing. And also we got some waves now. It's fantastic. Absolutely love it. So they changed a lot of things with AI, which is super exciting to me because we've always had problems with the Nugget AI. Another thing that we've always had a problem with is population, and this is another thing that they have changed, and something that hopefully has really improved. So they've noticed that there's been a lot of feedback talking about people struggling with getting their population up. Like, for instance, I know last season, even when we had contraception ban, we could not get over 550 nuggets. It was ludicrous. So now, hopefully, we can actually break 600 nuggets and, you know, and see how badly the game runs with more nuggets. But hopefully, they also increased a lot of the performance, and I know that they have. So another thing is, you know, they've nerfed a couple of creator powers, and I think that's for good use. For instance, the lightning strike power, that only provides 25% of what it previously did to batteries, and I think it was honestly a little too overpowered for batteries, because like I did a couple of times, as I would just charge up all of the batteries almost instantly and be like, okay, I guess we're fine on electricity for the next 7 generations. So they nerfed that, which makes sense. Another thing that I'm excited for is they changed dust storms. So there's no windstorms anymore. There's only blizzards and heat waves. So essentially, those are just going to be replacing windstorms, which, you know, is fine. But alright, anyway, you know what, let's just get right into the game. I don't want to talk about the update the whole time before we start the game, so let's figure out a good place to start. I thought I saw a spot, but I don't see it anymore. Let's see here. Right here. This looks like a pretty solid start to me. It's got some rocks around, we've got a desert here, and, you know, desert's still, actually, this was another thing, that actually might, I'll place this, I'll actually play the game. This is actually something that is really cool as well, is, so buildings that required, certain temperatures to say, like, for instance, water pumps, essentially work based off of the actual local temperature versus the season. The same thing with farms, too. And maybe pumps was a bad example because those actually did work with local temperature. So it's now farms and a few other things. What was the other things? I don't know. But point is, farms actually work on local temperature now. So even if the local temperature is hot enough, farms can still operate. So that actually makes it so that putting your farms in deserts might actually be beneficial to you. Let's go water wheel. Let's go, I guess, dug well, fire, and fishing. Actually, no, change that. Water storage, fire, and then fishing. Yeah, that'll be a little bit better. Let's go ahead and pick this box up. and plop it right there. Alright, so we can't build anything quite yet. And also I'm noticing as well that possibly the game is using a little bit more graphics power. Now this is probably due to the water effects. Maybe a couple of other things too. I can see if I can change that right now. Let's see here. Let's go. Actually, all that stuff's basically off still. Let's go medium resolution though. Okay. That actually did decrease it. Nice. Alright, perfect. And that actually didn't change the shaders. So the shaders actually look pretty good still. Alright, so yeah. Oh, whoa. Look at this. They changed this as well. So our starting air quality is actually 130 now. Your planet has plenty of oxygen. Natural disasters are rare. So already, we have a surplus of trees, plus 30. I don't know if that's supposed to happen or if that's just by chance, but that's extremely helpful. I'm going to start off by building 3 of these bad boys, because 3 water pumps is usually enough to last you a while at the start of the game. Alright, we also got the dug well. Important to get these down soon. Oh, and we've got plenty of water around, so that is fantastic. So I did see that there was quite a few boxes just around. I'm going to go ahead and get those just to kind of clear the map of these. So we have a good starting for the boxes for our mysterious gifts from the unknown, I guess. I also didn't even know that there was going to be an update today. You know, it's Thursday. It's June 2nd. Nope, sorry. Not June 2nd. July 2nd. So I had no clue that there was going to be an update today. Pretty exciting stuff. I think I saw the update yesterday on Twitter. And I was like, whoa, that's exciting. And I actually had the other recordings for the previous season recorded. And I was going to do those. But I felt, and I was going to post those and edit them. But I kind of felt like you guys wouldn't be that interested in them if the update's already been out. So we'll see. I might still release those kind of later in the day than on my originally scheduled videos, if you guys want to see those. We didn't really progress very far, and that's also another reason why I don't really see a point in doing it. And also I can't go back to those saves now, so there's no chance of us, you know, getting to that goal of 1,000 prepared meals. So maybe we'll do it this run through. I don't know. It seems like it's a difficult thing to do in the amount of time we have in between updates. So yeah. Also, another thing that changed as well, which I'm really excited about, is the residential changes. So previously, and there was a couple of times when I showed this, I don't know if I showed it that often because it's often stuff that I kind of edit out because it's not that entertaining. But essentially what would happen is you would go into a residential building and you'd see that all of these people, all these single people who are not married, are living in this house. And, you know, that's a little peculiar. And what was actually happening was that they were essentially married, but not living in the same house because the previous person's spouse died. And so that part in the house was reserved for this Nugget that had died. really doesn't make any sense on why that was happening, but I guess that was a problem. But that's now fixed, and so now we'll actually get correct couples and correct families living in residential housing. And apparently they'll move based off of certain things. So if there's an upgraded residential building, I suppose they'd move to that one. So if you're moving from Stone Age to Medieval Age, people in stone huts will move into a medieval residential building. And so then their huts can get upgraded and so forth. That's my understanding of it, at least. Maybe I'm mistaken, but that seems like that's what makes sense. Oh, and another change that they had made as well, and we had this problem back in Season 3 of the beta, where it was the toxic update, and it was before they essentially nerfed the bodies, the dead bodies. Well, they nerfed them again. So now there's only there's a chance of 50% that a Nugget gets sick walking over a decayed body. It also now takes 1.5 times longer for a body to decay. So cemeteries will actually have a longer time to pick up that body than... Oh, and we need to... Shoot, I need to stop talking and play the game. Wait, no. We actually do have this. So they are just not building it. Why are they not building it? Okay, well, I'll heal you. Oh, well, that was... That's unfortunate. I already healed them. Oh, wait. I have to heal this one. Oh, okay. Okay, perfect. I thought I broke that one for a second there. Alright, good. Oh, yeah. This right here is another new thing now. So as you can see, we get kind of these things that allow us to... So yeah, these essentially are the quests that we've already done, and so we can actually see what quests we've done and so forth. So kind of nice. I don't really think it's... I don't know. I guess it's a feature. Alright, they need to start building their house, so this is taking a while. Maybe I should help them. Because they did build their house in an area that has a lot of trees. So. And all that needs to happen now is for these to go away. So. Oh, I'm out of creative points, so I can't really help anymore. So yeah, another thing is UFO appearance rate decreased by 15%. That I don't really think bothers me that much. UFOs I don't think are really that big of a problem. I don't know. No, oh yeah, Nuggets also actually have, so if we look at this, they'll actually have an oxygen stat. So we can actually see kind of what, how much air they're getting. So that's something that's kind of cool, and it's definitely going to play a big part in the space age. They added some new quests, which is cool. So we'll see those at some point. They also added Stone Age firefighters, which is cool. I also think it's going to be actually really helpful for future stages because you'll have a predetermined area for those firefighters, whereas previously we would have to like try to jam these fire stations in with like everything else, and it's like, well, I don't have space for this, so I guess I'm just not going to build it, which is not really good. So the fact that we actually will have them throughout every single age now, I think will actually really make a difference. Let's go ahead and get this fishing pier up and running. But yeah, that's basically, I think, it for the patch notes. So still no roads. They kind of said, though, that they weren't going to announce, put in the roads until I think it was the next update anyway. Just because it seems like it's really causing them some problems with the way that Nuggets choose to, where Nuggets place things. And I know it's not really the Nuggets, but, you know, where the game chooses to place things. And also, I bet you it has something to do as well with player choice. Because we can essentially place anything anywhere. And so once this residential building goes up, I bet you their system, probably by the time this residential gets built, it already has predetermined a sort of plan, some sort of idea for a road. Maybe it's not a long one, but it's some sort of road. But let's say we have to go and place a well, okay, right in front of this. You know, once we place that well, it's going to destroy that whole plan of that road. And so because of that, I think that is going to be where some of the problems come in. And that's one thing that I think, and that's one reason why maybe I think roads won't be something that's just predetermined, something that's not, determined by the residential buildings. I think it should be determined by us creators, us people who are playing the game, because that seems like it makes sense to me. That's like going to, like games like City Skylines. And maybe this game doesn't want to be like City Skylines, which is understandable. We don't have a choice of where they build residential buildings. And to a point, I understand that, especially considering we're more of a higher figure observing what happens on this. And so in that sense, I do think that makes sense. But also, that was, yeah, okay. I do actually like the artwork, though, of this. That is pretty nice. I think that's pretty cool. So, I do enjoy that. But, let's see here. What was I ranting about? But anyway, so I think that at some point, maybe, possibly, well, I don't know, maybe I don't, maybe it's not really that big of a problem. Maybe they'll figure it out. But those are kind of my problems with seeing it. And I know that there's theoretically some space that's left in between buildings that's required. And maybe that's actually where the roads are going to be, Do I have to heal this guy, or... Okay, stick, twig. Rock. There we go. Okay, I didn't have to heal him. That's weird. That seemed to be a bug. Maybe they should look into that. Let's see here. What was I saying? I keep forgetting. I keep losing my train of thought. Oh, actually, we are going to start making a whole lot of nuggets once we get a lot of... And we really need this well up and running. They seem to be losing water, the need of thirst a lot faster. And maybe that's actually just due to the new AI, now that they're actually focusing on their needs more. Which would actually make sense because they're essentially needing it you know, their needs are overpowering the fact that they're drinking from the lake. But who knows? I don't know. This game is really chugging on my graphics card now, though. That is for sure. We might have to go back to recording this game in 720p. I hope not. For your guys' sake. But it might have to happen. Alright, let's go ahead and build this right here. Alright, I'm almost to the point where I can mate the nuggets again. Because we want as many children as possible right now. They're finally building the water pump though, so that's good. That is going to help us out a lot. Temperature's falling and we don't have a lot of food right now. Okay, who are the lovely couple? Where are they? That's Twig. Adahi. There we go. It's also so weird. It's so crazy. Going from having 550 nuggets to having 4 nuggets, you notice the performance change. You know, I feel like we're running maybe 60 frames per second, maybe pushing, you know, well, maybe 50 frames per second, pushing 60 frames per second, but it is a noticeable improvement. Alright. Let's go ahead for cooking oils, and then we're going to want shamanism and ancient burial and storage areas. Another thing we'll want to get is an eatery. You know, maybe I'm getting this a little too soon because we don't have that many nuggets, but it should work out fine. Let's also get, well, let's just get 1, maybe 2 reservoirs right now. That's interesting. The second time I mated these two, it didn't seem like they actually, they're already married. That's weird. Okay, well, now they're actually making another nugget. Alright, well, that's good. So I haven't added oxygen to this screen quite yet. That is probably going to be something that gets made. I think that Nugget might. I feel like Nugget might's not that important. Maybe I'm wrong though. Alright, so we gotta go help these guys with their residential building. This is pretty easy. And again, nothing is really that challenging about this game. But Good Company, oh my, that game. That game is just confusing. And I feel bad for you guys because I was, well, at the same time of me, you know, using it as entertainment for you guys, I'm also learning it. And I feel like I just need to go into that game on my own time and just figure the heck out everything about it. Just so that way I can show you guys how much fun the game really possibly can be. Because I think it is a good game. I think that the tutorial is just really confusing. And that might be just due... We can already upgrade this. You know what? Sure, we'll queue it up. A little unfortunate, though. But I think that game's tutorial is just confusing, and part of that is due to the fact that it is a game that's in, you know, early access. Well, actually, is it still in early access? I feel like it should be, with that bad of a tutorial. I think one of the reasons as well why it's such a bad tutorial is that it almost like makes you feel dumb. Like, it almost like tries to baby feed you so much stuff that feels like it should be common sense. And, you know, it probably is common sense, but they thought it was important to say, even though you might already know it. And that kind of leads to confusion because you're getting taught something that you know how to do, but they are explaining it in a way that makes it so like you don't understand, but yet you know what's going on and what you're doing. I don't know. That's kind of what I feel. That's how I get the impression. So it looks like even though you might mate 2 nuggets, like you see these 2, they're now heading home. So it takes them a little bit of time now before they actually do go. Now, wait a moment. What is going on here? Oh, I see. I was really confused. I didn't realize there's 3 people working on this. Alright, let's go ahead and assign a nuggets. We'll go ahead for Elu. Set this to save every 15 minutes. There you go. Nugget named a city. Echo Falls. Hey, that's not a bad name. Okay, so it sounds like food, and then we'll just lose our... Yeah, we just lost our creator power, so that's not too bad. And also food was something we need, so that works out pretty well. So we're up to 10 nuggets right now, which I think is a reasonable amount for the first 30 minutes. But, you know, increasing population as fast as possible is often good, so that is what I'm going to try to do. And we'll also go ahead and help make some stuff too. We just gotta throw some rocks at this building. And eventually it will be good. So let's see here. Where do we unlock firefighters now? Huh. Is it not in the research tree? I mean, I would have thought that it would be. Do we already have access to it? Unlock pyrology. Where is pyrology? Ah, here it is. Oh yeah, I guess this still is considered the Stone Age. Yep. Okay. Oh, I guess it's just pretty late in the Stone Age. All right. That's kind of understandable. Somewhat. I'm gonna go ahead and make some more nuggets. So it seems like each nugget actually has, you know, a to-do list now. And when you do tell a nugget to go fall in love, instead of scrapping the to-do list and saying, all right, let's go make a nugget, they actually just add it to the bottom of the to-do list. And that is actually something that I think will improve the Nugget AI. And also just in general with with the flow of things, you know. So when there's 50 things to do and only 10 nuggets, you know, each nugget gets 5 things to do. And instead of, you know, one nugget doing a task, then getting assigned a new task and so forth. But maybe it also works, and maybe it's more of a dynamic task management thing, which would also make sense and be understandable. Is this person sick right now? I can't tell. No, it doesn't look like it. Alright, so we're already getting the hospital. Do I think this is a little soon? Maybe. It does feel a little soon for the hospital. It also feels really soon for a cemetery. But you can never be too prepared, so... Let's actually try... Let's get this a little bit more over here. So I think we're going to need some more wells right now. So I'm going to go ahead and make another well over here. And one right over here too. Alright, so we have a warehouse now. Let's go ahead and make one right here next to the eatery. Because I feel like most of the stuff we're going to be storing right now is probably going to be food. Well, I say that, and we have 45 wood. So probably not. It's actually going to be mostly wood, I suppose. But that's okay. Now this is an interesting predicament. We've got these boxes right where a residential building is going to go up. Should I just go ahead... Oh, we lost a nugget. Alright, let's go ahead and find this nugget. This feels like it was pretty soon for this one. Also, something else I'm noticing now is that there's less mountains. There is less mountains on this world. Now, maybe I am delusional and I am blind, but I think that there's less mountains. Maybe not, though. Now that I'm looking around, I see that there is more mountains than is what is on our side. Where is this nugget, though? How far away did this little nugget go? Oh, there he is. Oh, buddy. You could have just gone swimming. Well, then again, nuggets can't really swim. And I say that because if you've ever tried to put a nugget in the water, they plummet to the very depths of the ocean. There's no chance that they come back up. No chance. But I think that's going to do it for this episode. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the first episode of this season. This is now season 5, which is a little crazy that, you know, it's so strange. I was looking, and I'm getting close. I'm 25-ish videos away from getting to 200 videos. That's crazy to me. And, yeah, that's nuts. So thank you guys for all of the support that you guys have been giving me through all of this time. And the fact that I'm able to give you guys all of this entertainment for so many times a week now, because of the fact that I am now basically trapped in my house, which I know a lot of you are too. But anyway, point is thank you guys so much. And yeah, you know, if you guys do like this video, then hit that like button because it helps me out so much. And if you guys have any comments, questions, concerns, feedback, anything of the sorts, leave them in the comments down below. And as always, if you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I post daily. You know, sometimes it might be content that you guys don't like. I know that some of you guys don't seem to like Good Company as much, which is understandable. And so, you know, but watch the stuff that you do like. That lets me know most of all of like the content that I should focus on, and if it's worth it or not. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys in the next episode.